Hello friends, in this video we are going to start the third chapter, electromechanical indicating instruments. In this chapter we are going to discuss the three types of the indicating instruments. First one is the PMMC, that is the permanent magnet moving coil. Second one is the moving iron MI instrument, and third one is the electrodynamometer type instruments. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss the permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Okay, so let us first of all discuss the construction of PMMC, that is the permanent magnet moving coil instruments. In the construction, it consists of, here we are having the cross section of the PMMC instruments. Okay, it consists of the north pole of a permanent magnet, the south pole of a permanent magnet. Okay, so these two poles are of permanent magnet, so that's why it is a permanent magnet. In the name of the instrument is there. Okay, as next, inside the permanent magnet we are having a aluminum former. Okay, this is a former which is made up of the aluminum former. On this former we have wound a coil. Okay, this is the moving coil. Okay, that is nothing but the coil with a n number of turns we have wound. Okay, suppose the coil is having a n number of turns. Next, to the coil, yes, the instrument spindle is connected. Okay, and next, here we are using the spring control. Okay, two springs are used. One is for lower control, lower side, and second one is for the upper side. These two springs are connected in series. To the spindle, the pointer is connected. Okay, and here we are having a scale. Okay, so it works on the principle of, when the current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience a force. Simple electromechanical force development. Okay, so here we are having the north pole of the magnet, south pole of the magnet. Okay, next, so as we know, the magnetic lines of force always starts at the north pole and moves towards the south pole. So there exists a magnetic lines of force which are starting at the north pole and moving towards south pole. Okay, so from north to south we will be having the magnetic lines of force, right? So here from north to south we will be having a magnetic lines of force, right? This field is a constant field. Okay, this magnetic field is a constant. Okay, let us consider the flux density of the field is B. B is a flux density. Okay, flux density means flux per unit area. Okay, the flux is constant flux because it is of permanent magnet. Okay, next, now here we are having a coil which we have wound on an aluminum former. Okay, so suppose the two sides, two ends of the coils are here. This is the first end of the coil, and here it is the second end of the coil. Okay, next, or we can indicate it like this: two ends of the coils, I'm indicating it like this is the one end, and here it is the second end. Okay, now whatever the quantity which we are interested in measuring, okay, the proportional current we need to circulate through the coil. Okay, means suppose if we are interested in measuring the current, then we need to circulate that much of current, okay, through the coil. If we are interested in measuring the voltage, then we need to circulate the current which is proportional to that voltage, okay, through the coil. Next, when the current is passing through the coil, it will develop the mmf. As we know, mmf is equal to I into n. mmf is equal to I into n, that is the magnetomotive force. The function of the mmf is to produce the flux. So mmf is causing the production of the flux. Let us consider this flux is phi c. This flux is due to the coil current. Okay, that's why I am indicating it as a phi c. Next, so here we are having the one flux due to the current which is flowing through the coil, and second flux we are having the flux due to the permanent magnet. Let us consider the flux phi. This flux phi is due to the permanent magnet. This is due to the permanent magnet. Okay, so now as we know, when the two fluxes are interacting with each other, it will cause the development of the torque. Okay, and due that torque is nothing but the deflecting torque. Okay, so TD is proportional to interaction of phi and phi c. Okay, so now the due to this deflecting torque, yes, the pointer starts deflecting. Okay, now in order to limit the deflecting torque, yes, here we are using the spring control. So TC is nothing but it is a controlling torque which is produced by using the spring control, by using the spring control. Okay, and here generally, as the strong magnetic field present is of permanent magnet. Okay, and so it is a strong field. Okay, so that's why the damping is used, is eddy current damping. Generally eddy current damping is used. Eddy current damping is used. Eddy current damping is used. Okay, so are you getting the point? How it operates? Yes, simple principle. When the current carrying conductor is placed in the magnetic field, it will experience a force. That's it. Okay, so now here we have made such arrangement. We have made an arrangement such that it will causes the interaction of the two fluxes. Okay, so for the interaction of the two fluxes, we require two fluxes to be generated. Okay, so one flux is due to the permanent magnet we have generated, and second flux, yes, which is proportional to the current flowing through the coil, that is nothing but the phi c. Okay, because phi c is proportional to the mmf. Okay, flux is equal to mmf upon reluctance. Okay, so that's why mmf is proportional to the current I, because n is the number of turns of the coils are constant. Okay, so this is the simple operation of a permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Now we are going to discuss the torque equation of this permanent magnet moving coil instrument. Okay, so here according to Lorentz principle, yes, we are having deflecting torque TD is equal to BIL into sin theta. Okay, where B is the flux density in the air medium. Okay, I is the current flowing through the coil, L is the length of the coil, and theta is the angle between current flowing through the coil and the flux of the permanent magnet. Okay, so if you check the here, the direction of the flux of the permanent magnet is in the horizontal direction. Okay, whereas the current which is flowing through the coils are wound like this. Here we are having the coils. Okay, right, on this portion we are having the coils wound. Okay, so current flowing through the coil is in the upward direction. Okay, right, so here if you check the angle between the magnetic flux are in this direction, and the current flowing through the coil is in the upward direction, so angle between these two is 90 degree. Okay, so what is the sin 90? It is a 1. Okay, so that's why this term becomes equal to 1. Okay, next, so therefore we can write TD is equal to flux density into current into L is the length of the coil. Okay, so how to find the length of the coil? We are having coil length which is equal to number of turns into, for per turn we are having, yes, length L, and D is the depth or the diameter here. Okay, D into sine of 90 degree. So now we can write it as is equal to L into D is the area. Okay, so it is B into I into N into area into 1. So TD we can write is equal to NBI into A. It is a NBI into A. That is the deflecting torque expression in the case of permanent magnet moving coil. Permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Okay. Now, as we are using the spring control, so therefore TC is equal to K into theta. Okay. So here generally the spring control is used. Spring control is used. So therefore, what is the TC controlling torque is equal to K into theta, or you can write Kc into theta. K is the spring constant and theta is the deflection. Okay. At equilibrium, yes, at equilibrium we are having Tc is equal to Td. at equilibrium Tc is equal to Td. Okay, so therefore we can write NBIA is equal to K into theta. Okay, so now from this, yes, we can write theta is equal to NBIA divided by E. Okay, NBIA divided by E. Now if you check in this, N is the number of turns. Once the meter is constructed, then can we change the number of turns? No, so N is a constant. Next, B is the flux density in the air gap. Okay, if once the permanent magnets are selected and it is placed in the meter construction, okay, after that the flux will remain same. Okay, so that's why B is also will remain same. So N is constant, B is also constant. What about the area of the coil or the cross sectional area of the coil? It is also constant. Okay, and K is also constant. So can we say that therefore we can say theta is proportional to only current. Theta, that is the deflection of the pointer, is proportional to the current flowing through the pointer. Okay, so here if you check, as theta is proportional to current I, okay, so therefore the nature of the scale is a linear. Okay, as theta varies linearly with current I. Okay, so therefore nature of scale, they have asked the question, nature of scale in the PMMC instrument is, yes, is a linear scale. Is a linear scale. Very, very important. In the PMMC instrument, we are having a linear scale, right? Linear scale. Is this clear? Okay. So next, theta is proportional to I, so that's why the linear scale is there. Now, my question is, can we measure the AC quantities by using the PMMC instruments? Yes. For AC quantities, we are having, for example, suppose here we are having a current. For AC quantities, we are having the alternating current. Okay, suppose this is the time 0. Suppose current is like this, sinusoidal, for example. Okay, so sometimes it is positive, next negative, next again positive, and again after that negative. Okay, and as we know, the TD is proportional to the current, right? We are having the TD is proportional to the current. So when current is positive, TD is positive. When current is positive, we will be getting TD positive. TD positive means this deflecting torque will causes the pointer to deflect in one direction. Okay, similarly when current is negative, what about the TD? TD is negative. When current is negative, TD is negative. Okay, so now means for some time the current is positive, so that's why this torque will be in one direction and this will cause the pointer to deflect in one direction. After that, when the current is negative, right, when the current is negative, yes, the TD will be in the opposite direction. Okay, so this TD, the opposite direction TD, that is the negative TD, will cause the pointer to again move in the reverse direction. Okay, so due to that, what will happen, our pointer, for example, suppose here we are having a scale, right, and here it is a pointer. Initially pointer is at this position. For example, when positive current flows, right, at that time the deflecting torque, this will cause the pointer to move in this direction, right, within a after a short time. Okay, again the current is negative. Due to that, again it will cause the pointer to move in the opposite direction. Okay, so due to that, yes, pointer will not reach the steady value. Okay, so here PMMC instruments, important point, PMMC instruments are used only for DC measurement, right, measurement of DC quantities. Okay, they cannot be used for the measurement of AC quantities. Is this clear? Okay, so this is about the permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Okay, important thing, TD is equal to NB into IA, right? TC is equal to K into theta. Theta is proportional to the current I. Okay, This is PMMC instruments used only for the measurement of DC quantities. Next, the nature of the scale in the PMMC instrument is a linear because theta is proportional to the current I. Okay. In the next video, we are going to discuss numerical related to the PMMC instrument. Thank you.